But you make a deal with a woman, hey, I put flooring down. I can floor your house for $5,000. She come downstairs in a nightie. You go upstairs with her and do the booty. And then when it's time for you to get paid, she looking at you crazy. What do you mean, $5,000? What do you mean? I done gave you $5,000 worth of pussy.
I don't hear nobody out there.
At this point, my first single was still on the charts, and I'd released 2 more. Soon as I Get Home and Ain't Nobody, that were both doing very well. I was not going to waste this time in my life worrying about what people were saying about me. I knew I had fans who loved my music, and I was determined to keep working. You just got to be that person. You can't worry about the outside people. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do get in my head sometimes when things are not going right with my life in regards to social media, because there are always people there waiting to see you not fail, but collapse. And in my mind, I'd be like, damn, the people was right all that time. But then, like I said, my people here, y'all never let me forget how much y'all believe in me. That type of stuff will consume you, and you have to get control over it and compartmentalize it over there so it doesn't stop you from moving forward. Now that I was pregnant and had a toddler, having friends who liked to entertain China was very helpful. I needed to take care of business, taking meetings or going into the studio. And although China was right on my hip 90% of the time, I didn't mind when Missy, who continued to stay with me off and on for that summer, asked me if she could spend time with my daughter. Once or twice, Missy had taken China up to the office of Todd Russell, one of the producers she was writing songs for. Todd was executive producing an album by a new R&B trio called 702. Man, I don't know what Missy was doing before then. I know she was doing something significant, but that first 702 album, oh my gosh. Can we get it together? That song, you know how I do, and you know how I flow. Stilo. Love it. 702, I'm very disappointed that they didn't go further. Like, they definitely had it in them to be a Destiny's Child. I don't know. Maybe one of the girls didn't want to do the booty to Missy, because you know Missy don't work with a bitch if she ain't giving up. Todd was executive producing an album by a new R&B trio called 702. And Missy was writing songs for their project. And as soon as Missy and Todd got involved in a business conversation, China walked up to Missy and told her she'd had an accident. The next night, Todd ended up coming by my apartment to bring some paperwork for Missy. Todd had a medium build with a caramel complexion, close-cropped haircut, and neatly trimmed mustache and beard. And there was something about his Adam's apple that was very familiar to me. Oh, that's Mr. Adam's apple. Remember Michael Bivins had brought a friend who had a distinctive Adam's apple? Hold on, y'all. Let me see what Todd's Adam's apple look like. What the hell? Does it look like a vulture or something? Is the motherfucker broke? God. Russell. Do it look like he swallowed pigs? What? I mean, it's an Adam's apple and it protrudes, but I mean, it wouldn't make me be like, oh yeah, he got this big ass Adam's apple. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that matters, but okay, she remembers. When he came into the apartment, I was in the kitchen preparing dinner. Your little girl is a cutie, he said, even though she peed on my couch. I laughed. I am so sorry. It's all good. Don't worry about it. She's a sweetheart. I just realized where I know you from. You work with Mike Bivins. Yeah. You were there when recorded. You used to love me. I went back to LA and told everyone how hot that shiz was. Missy came out and she and Todd went over some paperwork. I went back to preparing dinner. I was conscious of the fact that Todd was cute. More than cute. Actually, he was very handsome. But there I was, married and pregnant, though I was clearly not really with Big at all. Child, it don't matter to Todd. Remember I told you, everybody standing in line to hunch on a rapper's wife. I was all about getting my money straight at this point. One person who owed me money was Terry Dollars, the producer in LA I'd worked with. Remember, let me take you back a little bit. 3 things that happened while she was in LA, okay? She was there for the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack party or movie party. That was the first thing. The second thing is, while she was there, she met this dude, Terry Dollars. One of y'all in the comments said that it could have been Rich Dollars. I don't know. But you know Faith, she don't like to tell who really is in the book, right? Or who these people really are, who she's speaking of. So she met with the dude, Terry Dollars, the producer dude who's working with the group. Faith helped him to produce the work and to write for them. The third thing that happened was the Tupac incident. Now she trying to get her money together. So she wants to get in touch with the dude, Terry Dollars, so she can get paid for the work that she did for him for that girl group. I was all about getting my money straight at this point. One person who owed me money was Terry Dollars, the producer in LA I'd worked with. When I left LA after all the Tupac rumors started flying, he'd been stalling me. But I reached out once or twice to remind him that he owed me for the work I'd done. I'd never come up with an exact fee, but I'd written several songs for the group, and Terry Dollars had actually scored a production deal with a major record label based at least in part on the fact that he was working with me. We both knew that he owed me at least $15,000 to $20,000, and I expected to collect it. Remember, Faith, you were the one that said that you like to get paid up front. Taking it back to the Tupac situation, you were the one who said you like to get paid up front. We're going to move forward because I'm going to have more commentary on this situation. We both knew that he owed me at least $15,000 to $20,000, and I expected to collect it. I had been burned by Pac, and I was on a mission to not let that happen again. Before I really started trying to collect money from him, I'd introduced him to Missy, and she began also flying out to LA to work with his R&B trio. I'd sent word through Missy to him about getting my money. One day I asked Missy if she'd ever gotten paid from him. She said she had. And that's when I hit the roof. This ninja was trying to stall me on a year-old bill, crying that he was broke, but he was somehow finding money to pay Missy. Pause. Now let me take it back. Faith Evans, he paid you in dick. Don't forget that you slept with him. Some men believe that you can get paid in dick, just like it's some women who think that they can pay a man with vagina. Men, you make deals with women, it's your fault because y'all fall for the bullshit. But you make a deal with a woman, hey, I put flooring down, I can floor your house for $5,000. She come downstairs in a nightie, you go upstairs with her and do the booty, and then when it's time for you to get paid, she looking at you crazy. What do you mean, $5,000? What do you mean? I done gave you $5,000 worth of pussy. What are you talking about? Well, okay, I'll give you 1,000, but I mean the rest of it's going to be done. I didn't already paid you in push. I'll pay you for the materials. What is that? 1,500, 2,000. The other 3, I didn't already paid you, sir. So that's where Faith went wrong, and this is where that's why you can't mix business with pleasure. And this is where I'm saying it is a possibility, a strong possibility, that the reason why Tupac did what he did is because he paid Faith and Dick. Because if you would have did it the right way and not had that physical interaction with the dude Terry Dollars or Tupac, they wouldn't be looking at you crazy. If you would have did it in the way that you initially presented it to them and not get caught up in the romance of it all, you would have got your money. But when you let that ninja give you the D and y'all had business together, oh baby, he paid you in D. I happened to be in Los Angeles when I found out that the dude was really not trying to pay me. I drove right out to the studio on Lakeland, Shim, and Burbank. You're about to get fucked up if you don't give me my money, I told him. Suddenly some chick was in my face. She said something about being Terry Dollar's sister. Oh, it ain't gonna be none of that, she said. You wanna get this? I asked. I don't even know you. Then I saw Todd, the producer, who was cool with Missy. He came down the hallway and got in between us and then led the girl away, telling her to chill out. I continued my rampage, screaming and cursing on the producer and daring someone to stop me. After Todd got rid of the producer's sister, he came back over to me. Can you come sit in the car with me and just relax a minute? Danger, sorcery. When you have successful women like Faith has got to move differently. Because there's always a nigga standing in line to take advantage of her or to get at her skills and accomplishments, ride her coattails to the top, help her spend her money, live in her good house. I don't know that Ninja Todd. I don't know that man. Okay? What I do know is that they not together no more. What I do know is that Todd and Faith have been at airport together and got caught with that booger sugar. That's what I do know. Women like Faith, like myself, are constantly chasing romance. And any opportunity that we can grasp romance, we jump on top of it. Whether it makes sense or not. Lulu, get the fuck away from that door. You're not going outside. You've been outside all morning. Any opportunity that we get to grasp romance, whether it makes sense or not, we reach out and we grab it. The dude, Todd Russell, is putting that work in on Faith. She kind of naive to love. I can tell her anything and she'll ride with me. And that's what I see Todd doing. Talking about her. Todd already knows, okay, this is a woman who's pregnant with Biggie's child, but is involved in a scandal for screwing with Tupac, who is supposed to be Biggie's nemesis. And you gonna run to that? You want that? That's why I'm like, it was all a scam. Todd and I discovered we had a few friends in common and that we had a lot of the same tastes in music and movies. It was cool to meet someone who made me laugh, especially when I'd been so close to fighting just a few minutes before. It had been a long time since I'd been intimate with anyone, but I couldn't really think about Todd in that way. I was pregnant, not speaking to my future baby daddy and trying to get my money straight. And those were the main things on my mind. I never got my money from that dude. Yeah, because that goddamn Todd was all a part of the game. Trickery. Man, Rap 13 always works. Where that's from, y'all? What movie is that from? A rare bright spot came in early September. The nominees for the Soul Train Lady of Soul Awards had been announced, and I was listed in several categories.
Hey, do my favorite go-go song. taking a ride on the east side. Made a left on MLK. What a beautiful day, what a beautiful day. Riding high on the west side. Looking for a hood rat to play. Won't you come out and play? Won't you come out and play? Hey, taking a ride. Hey, hey, on the south side. Ooh, ooh. MLK. Hey, hey, hey. We like that good. Say what?